Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, but yes, I'm back. And in today's video, you are going to be writing your very first line of Cairo code. Yes, this is a journey to becoming a Cairo nerd. I'm also going to be taking you through a step-by-step process to setting up your development environment for writing Cairo program and for Stacknet development. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. We can write our first Cairo program. We need to first set up our development environment, which includes installing Rust, Scarb, and the Cairo 1 extension for VS Code. These are the basic installation that we're going to do. As time goes on, there are going to be frameworks and tools that's going to be required, but for now, we're going to be sticking to this basic installation. The first step for us is to install Rust. I created this small documentation. So for anyone following the video to follow along, this links to the documentation for installing Rust in case you have like further questions or anything regarding that. These are just like basic command line that I listed out from it. So to install Rust, you copy out this CLI. It is just the same as what is here. Let this load. It is the same as what's here. Just copy it. Sorry. Copy this. I already have Rust installed, so I'm just going to show you how to just copy and then run it. I already have it installed, though it's still saying. So you just follow the installation process. I'm just going to alt this, right? Yeah. So I'm going to cancel installation because I already have it installed, right? But if this is your first time installing Rust, just follow through, right? Just proceed with standard installation, and then within some minutes you have Rust installed. So to verify that Rust is actually installed on your system, you run rust c version to check the version of the Rust that was installed. So yeah, I have 1.77.2 installed. That's the version I have. You can compare with yours, and if you have an old version of Rust, you can update it. The command line to update is just rust up update, right? Which I'm not doing, right? And then if you want to uninstall Rust, you can just run rust up self uninstall. That's as simple as that. If you have some further things that you want to do, just go to Rust book and you have everything clarified there. So the second thing that we're going to be installing, the second tool we're going to be installing right now is Scarb. So Scarb is Cairo's package manager, right? And build system is mainly inspired by Cargo from Rust. Yeah. So Cairo itself is like it was inspired or is inspired, right, by Rust, right? So it handles everything from building your code to managing all your dependencies. Now, there are two to three ways, options that you can choose to install your Scarb. There's ASDF. You can follow through. This is the link if you want to use ASDF, right? ASDF is just like a CLI tool that can manage multiple language, right? Versions. You can switch in between versions, right, per project by a project basis. So it's mainly useful for developers who work on projects that requires like different versions of programming languages, right? So if you prefer ASDF, but I think that would be a great option for you, you can just go for ASDF. But for the sake of this video, we're not going to be using ASDF. We're going to be using, um, we're just going to download the Scarb like this. Just copy this and then paste in your terminal and then run it. I already have Scarb installed, right? So I'm not going to run this. Okay. Um, okay. So yeah. So to check if Scarb is successfully installed on your PC, on your system, you run Scarb dash dash version like we did for Rust version. Yeah. So yeah, we have Scarb installed and Cairo and Sierra. If you have watched my previous video explaining Cairo, you will know what Sierra is. So there's no need for me to go into detail. If you want to know what it is, go watch my previous video. So now that we have Scarb installed, the next thing is to install the Cairo 1 extension on our VS Code. So, okay, let me just open my VS Code. Okay, no, I'm not supposed to do that. Okay, you just go to your extension, go to extension marketplace, look for Cairo 1. This is just it. You see it. This is it right here. It has about 6,482 downloads, installations. Just go there and install the extension and make sure to enable the language server and Scarb options in the extension settings. So these are all that we have to install for now, right? These are all we have to install for now. Now it's time for us to create our first Cairo project. Now that our environment is set up, let's create a directory to store our Cairo project. So let's name it. Let's make a directory. Okay, so let me open my document folder first. So now let's make a directory. We are going to name it Cairo, oh my God, Cairo practices, Cairo practice. Okay, I think that makes sense, right? So now let's cd into, yeah. So now we're going to create a new project using Scarb, right? Which will generate the necessary files and folders that we need for our project. So now you're going to run Scarb new. So our first project, our first program is going to the Hello World, which is the first command line that, which is the first lines of code you run, like mainly in every other programming languages, right? Yes. So that shows that you're starting a new journey, and yeah. So let's run Scarb new Hello World. Hello World is going to be the name for the project folder, right? This is going Cairo underscore practices is the parent folder. We're going to be creating every folder, every project inside this folder, right? So Scarb new Hello World Now, it's asking me which test runner do you want to set up, StackNet Foundry or Cairo test. Now, we really don't need anything now, but I'm going to just use Cairo test. Yes, so it has created Hello World package for us. Now, let's cd into the Hello World directory. Yes, now let's open with VS Code. And voila, we have it. Now, this is the boilerplate that we have that came with it. We have the source folder, we have the git ignore files, we have the scarb.log and the scarb.toml, right? So now, let's start from scarb.toml. TOML means Tom's Obvious Minimal Language. Yeah, I think I got that correctly. I don't really know where that was gotten from, but yeah, that's like the full meaning of the TOML. Now, this file contains the project configuration. As you can see, the name of the project is Hello World, version is this, edition is this, right? And including the dependencies, sorry, and the project metadata, right? We have this. This is the dev dependencies, as you can see. Now let's move to our source folder. The source folder, inside the source folder is where you create the files for your Cairo programs. This is where your Cairo files go into, right? Um, it is the main entry point for your Cairo code, and like it's the place that your modules are going to be declared. Don't worry, I'm going to be explaining what modules and all of those are, right? So, but the main essence of this video is for us to write our Cairo code, our first lines of Cairo code, and then yeah. So right, we have git ignore this is the files that tells when you push your code, the files that you want git to ignore, right? Yeah, as a developer you should know what that means, right? So that's like basically everything. So now let's write our code. Let's write our code. So we are going to be deleting all of this. We are going to be deleting all of this. Now, to write our first Cairo code, we need to write out a function, right? We need to write out a function. Now, let's write the function out. We have fn min. So before this, I'm going to create a new file. No, let me just go on like this, right? Fn main. Oh wow, why is this fn? That's how functions are written in Cairo, main, and the curly braces. Now, this main function is the first entry point of any Cairo program. That is the first function that gets run when uh, your Cairo code is being compiled. That's the first. That's the entry point, the main entry point for your Cairo program. Now, so the next thing that we want to do is to print hello world. Hello world. Right? Yeah. So the print ln with this exclamation mark. It's a macro. So this macro is responsible for printing the text that is put into this code, the LOL, to the screen. So it's the exclamation mark indicates that it's a macro and not a function. So now we want to want to build our Cairo program, right? So now we're going to Scarb build. Let's see what we get. Scarb build, right? Now Scarb to run our Cairo program, Scarb Cairo run. Yeah, that is it. Now we have, okay, what is the issue that we have right here? Okay, yes. Now I think that was because I didn't save it. So now you can see hello world. So let's change it to something like hello world Cairo. Hello world Cairo. So yes, let's run the Cairo. Yeah, hello Cairo. And that is it. It's as simple as that, right? Congratulations, you have just written and executed your first Cairo program. You have gone through setting up the um, development environment, creating a project and writing the code, and finally running it. Now you are ready to dive deeper into the Cairo program and explore more complex programs. Now, in the next video, we are going to be exploring data types in Cairo while doing some exercises, not to make the whole code boring. Yeah. So now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video. Keep coding, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.